There is a revolution happening in the automotive industry. Tesla battery supplier CATL is expanding its services to automakers to include dedicated electric car platforms complete with batteries, motors, and more. Some car makers are now worried. Welcome back, everyone. This is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to this channel for daily Tesla and electric vehicle news. So CATL is expanding its electric car intentions, not content with being just a supplier of batteries and other company components, to recently begin building network of battery swapping stations in China. Now it says it has signed a memorandum of understanding with VinFast to supply the Vietnamese company with what it calls a CATL Intelligent Integrated Chassis. What exactly is a CIIC? We can say for sure the company rather cryptically says it consists of battery packs, electric motors, and other components. It is understood that those battery packs use CATL's latest cell-to-pack technology, but details are sketchy. What is known is that CATL and VinFast this week have signed a memorandum of understanding that will see CATL supply a complete EV chassis to the Vietnamese company. Presumably, VinFast will plunk a body on top of the CIIC, much of the way Canoo can swap what it calls the top hats onto its proprietary skateboard chassis. Chinese media sources CIIC and thepaper.cn report that in addition to the battery and motor, the chassis platform include braking, steering, and power electronics components. It is said to be adjustable in length, able to house the batteries in different locations and allow for a removable body. They also say CATL began building a factory for the chassis project in February, and the company reportedly filed a patent in October that is very similar to the skateboard chassis. If that is so, CATL has been very quiet about its intentions to develop an EV skateboard until now. Now let's consider an assembler versus manufacturer in the automotive industry. What is an automobile? Traditionally, it was a transportation device designed, developed, and assembled by a single manufacturer. A Ford Model T used engines and transmission made by Ford, mounted to the chassis made by Ford, with doors and fenders also made by Ford. Not so long ago, drivers in the US were shocked to discover the engines in their Buicks and Oldsmobiles were in fact manufactured by Chevrolet. They sued GM and won. In the golden age of the American automobile, enthusiasts would spend hours swapping stories about how their car had a Muncie T4 rock crusher transmission on the special Copo dual quad quarter-saw setup supplied by Holley. Today, not so much. Cars are not made by assemblers, manufacturers. That is to say, one car is very much like another. The biggest distinguishing feature is the manufacturer's logo on the hood. Many of the parts beneath the skin are found on dozens of models from a variety of car companies. Fisker is hiring Foxconn to assemble its Pear electric car. Foxconn is also openly soliciting customers for its own proprietary EV chassis. Ford is planning to build electric car for its European customers based on Volkswagen's MEB EV platform. Many car makers worry about becoming merely assemblers of parts suppliers by others. Is the only difference between BM and EV and Mercedes EV those two garish nostrils in the grill? If you blindfolded passengers and gave them a ride in each, would they be able to tell the difference? In most cases, the answer is no. A Lexus and a Nissan ride pretty much the same, as does the Tesla Model Y and Polestar 2. Other than headroom and cargo capacity, cars today are converging on some common denominator. They look the same, like drive the same, smell the same, and sound the same. So why shouldn't CATL extend its reach by offering an EV skateboard chassis to others who need it? Mazda is one of the companies we can think of that could benefit from access to a modern EV chassis without spending big bucks to create its own. If the trend towards sharing EV skateboard platforms with several manufacturers lowers costs, more people can afford to drive an electric vehicle. We are all in favor of that. It sounds like a good business opportunity for CATL to us. What do you think? And yet, there is now a whole industry of specialty manufacturers who build cars for other companies. Magna builds the Jaguar I-Pace under contracts for Jaguar. Part suppliers make seats, dashboards, tires, windshields, brakes, and a zillion other components for the other industry. Does anyone really know who manufactures the motors in their electric car? I don't know. As long as it goes forward and backward on demand, they're happy. Can Tesla stand out because Tesla is trying to bring a lot of manufacturing in-house? What do you think, friends? This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to this channel for daily EV and Tesla electric vehicle news. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you. And I'll see you soon in our next report.